So now branding in itself, we start with, when we had the customer avatar, we need to start with your mission and vision. Because this is the legacy that you want to leave in the world. It is your legacy that is unique to you, that is unique to your message and to your brand. Now, what are values? First, we need to look at your core values. Values are a deep driver and purpose giver. If only we knew how much power they have, we would be so much wiser. And I'm going deeper into that in a second. In an ever more complex world, and I want you to understand that because it's so important, values become our North Star. My values, my personal values are gratitude, spirituality, integrity, loyalty, freedom, and growth. And I did not choose them like I chose my clothing this morning. They are my core. They came with me when I was born into the world. I did not choose them. They changed with time. I'm 40 years old now, and I guess 10 years ago they were different, but they are not going to change very often. Now, the values of my brand, of Juliana Rogers as a brand, are very similar to that, but they are a little bit different. But to take one only is growth, or let's take two, growth and freedom. They are part of my brand because I want to help other entrepreneurs to set free and to grow with their businesses personally and financially for freedom, so that they are free from having to work as an employee, that they are financially free, that they are locally free, that they are free to do whatever their mind and heart and soul can come up with. That is my goal. And these are, there you can see how my personal values are a driver for my business. And that's the thing. And now we come to the mission. And you want to determine the mission you are on. I already just talked about the mission that I have. So you are on a mission. Every one of us is on a particular mission. And by the way, it is a very individual one. It is just as with the values, nothing that you just put on in the morning, like you would put on a suit or a coat or a scarf or your glasses. It's something that comes from deep within, and you need to get clarity on that. To let your customers know who you are and what they can expect from you in terms of the values. My customers can expect from me that I am never going to make them dependent upon me or upon any service. So I always try to provide my customers as much freedom as only possible. For example, if one day they would decide no longer wanted to work with me, they are free to move on. I don't want them to depend on me. If they want to stay, I'm happy, but then they stay willingly and not because they are forced to. You see, personal value, mission, and that is the vision. Now we're coming into the vision, and it is how you want to leave the world. So if you think about yourself and your business in terms of, this is my marketplace and I'm moving on in this marketplace. And the day, if I would just vanish tomorrow, if tomorrow I wasn't there, what is going to be left from my work? So how do I want to leave the planet? What is it that I want to change in the world around your personal legacy? And that's the nice thing in being an entrepreneur. You just create your own legacy. You don't have to be Juliana working for a ministry, having to follow certain rules. There are no rules I have to follow because I set my legacy for my enterprise, for my business, and so do you. And that, by the way, is part of brand strategy, to define these things. Now, from here, we had the customer avatar. Now we talked about the values, mission, and vision. You want to have them written out. You can see it on my webpage if you go on About. You can read my mission and vision and values and how that looks like and how it should look like for you, more or less.